Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Taylor, co-owner of Vegan Proteins Online Coaching, but today I am not the one doing the video. Today I wanted to introduce you to one of the newest additions to the Vegan Proteins team, Alice Robeson, and she is going to be talking to you about how mental blocks may be getting in the way of achieving your goals. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Take it away, Alice.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Alice. I'm a bikini bodybuilder and a fitness and nutrition coach with Vegan Proteins. Lately, I've been on a kick about motivation and mindset and creating a lot of content about that. So continuing on in that theme, one thing I want to talk about today is self-efficacy, which basically means having the confidence in yourself to be capable of completing certain tasks and achieving the results that we want. I think this resonates with a lot of women. You know, I make it sound really easy when I include in the definition that it's about your confidence, right? But it's a lot more complicated than that. It's not as simple as it sounds. When you lack self-efficacy, it can be an enormous obstacle for many. Some people don't have the faith in themselves to just have the willpower to start a diet in the first place. Some people doubt they have the ability to consistently work out or think that they just don't have time and immediately just dismiss the even idea. So those two things in particular are things that I hear all the time that will really just stop people in their tracks from the very beginning before they even start their journey. Imagine trying to lose weight or thinking like you'd like to try bodybuilding casually to try and put on some sexy muscle, only to immediately sort of psychologically rule it out because you just don't feel capable. I mean, honestly, I'd love to hear about someone who hasn't experienced this at some point in time in their lives. It's such a common thing, and we can blame all that on our feelings of self-efficacy, and it happens to everyone. It happens all the time. So here's one of my stories about self-efficacy, and I hope that this can resonate with some people. When I first started getting interested in bodybuilding way back, I was super pumped to have all these new goals. When I walked back into the gym and I checked out my new program, I remember seeing all these barbell exercising and thinking, oh no, what am I gonna do? I've never even picked up a barbell before. I literally didn't feel confident enough to even try it on my own. In my head, it wasn't even an option. So I started literally, like my quick fix to this, I started literally Googling dumbbell alternatives to these barbell exercises. And then I logged them as if I were just doing the barbell exercises. And I continued this for a little while. I mean, I don't remember the exact amount of time, but it was at least a few months. And it really bothered me because I wanted to be one of those badass weightlifters who could handle a barbell with no problem, but I just couldn't get up the courage to do it alone. At some point, I finally remembered that my gym offered free personal training to new members. So I had never used my free session. I was no longer a new member, but I figured if I hadn't used it yet, it wouldn't have gone away. I remember I went to the front desk and I asked to schedule with a female trainer. I know there weren't very many at the time, so that was a little bit of a challenge. But during our session, when we finally met up, I told her I wanted to learn how to use a barbell, and she was so excited. It's funny now that I'm a fitness coach who, you know, in the past I completed an internship at a gym at one point. I understand why she got so excited, because helping people learn barbell exercises for the first time is probably one of the best and most exciting moments for a trainer, at least with, you know, helping people one-on-one in the gym. So I remember she took me over to the Smith machine and she taught me how to back squat, she taught me how to front squat, taught me how to deadlift, and also bench press. I remember being a little frustrated because I wasn't learning with the actual barbell. I was in the Smith machine. But this lesson, thankfully, was all I needed, really, all the encouragement I needed. In about a month, I was able to graduate myself from the Smith machine to the Olympic barbell. And I couldn't be prouder of myself at that time. And eventually I was able to muster up the courage to teach myself how to hip thrust with a barbell instead of using the hip thrust machine I had been using previously. I know that's not a super common machine, but for some reason, the gym had one. So this just goes to show how easy it is to doubt ourselves so much that it can seriously stop or delay our progress. So what are some things that you can do to improve your confidence and your faith in your abilities? Really, it may be a combination of things. This is kind of a complex psychological issue. Number one is you can focus on mastering new things. And this can be even via teeny tiny goals. No matter how small the goal, when we complete something, it helps us gain more faith in ourselves. Also, having vicarious experiences, or so they call them, which basically means witnessing other people who are similar to yourself achieve similar goals. That's the trick. So forget going on Instagram and looking at people who don't look like you for inspiration. In fact, that will actually end up having the opposite effect in reality. Also, getting actual real life encouragement from other people is a huge game changer for building confidence and faith in yourself. And while all those things are going on, also managing your stress and anxiety while you're working to build up your own self-efficacy, basically. So what does this actually look like? What are some of the things that you can do to actually make this happen? I'll go over some concrete examples. Let's talk about the gym first. Number one, start out by setting realistic goals that align with your abilities. This will help get you started. And then set small goals, how you can progress and advance onto more challenging levels in the gym, basically. More challenging exercises, heavier lifts, etc. So if you want to improve your strength, for one, you could set a goal to improve your bench press PR by 20% in the next 6 months and then slowly work to build your strength that way. It's a realistic goal. If you want to learn good form, you could study form videos each day before you go into the gym. Also, you could, and probably should, record your lifts periodically, especially your compound lifts like your squats, your deadlifts, your bench press, your rows, your overhead press, and your pull downs, aka pull ups. So you can pair that with sending your form videos to your coach periodically and asking them for feedback, maybe every other month to once a quarter. And if you're nervous about going to the gym at all, you could set a goal to just get in there and use 1 or 2 machines, literally, and then leave. The point in this would be helping you to feel more comfortable and getting just more acclimated with your gym more and more each day. Number 2, you can track your progress. You should track your progress. Logging your weights and sets in the gym, number 1, taking progress photos, and taking measurements. If you don't track your progress, there's just no way to know how far you've come. It's very difficult, if not impossible, to advance without tracking. We can go and we can look at ourselves in the mirror after months of dieting. We can have lost so much weight. And we look at ourselves in the mirror and we're all our own worst critics. And we can literally be like, I see no changes. I haven't come anywhere after all this hard work. Throw your arms up in frustration and literally give up. That's why tracking is so important. Do not skip this step. And really, when you're taking progress photos and logging your measurements, really you should lean on a coach or someone who has experience with these things who can help you actually see your progress, because changes to our bodies are so slow. Number 3, finding multiple channels of support. This could be with a coach, finding a gym buddy, finding a workout class, or finding an online fitness community, as long as it's positive and actually supportive and responsive of you and your goals. And also I recommend, not only sharing your goals with your family, but actually asking them for their support. It can be a game changer. Number 4, celebrate your wins, even small victories. And this doesn't have to be with food or going out to eat. You don't always have to celebrate with food. You could go to a movie, you could get yourself a new outfit. You could go do an event with your friends, like even going to an escape room and more. Recognizing your achievements reinforces your belief in your own abilities and encourages you to move forward. Now let's talk about nutrition. Number 1, start by educating yourself. Learn about the impact that food choices have on your health and how a healthy diet with lots of variety can help you reach your goals and improve your quality of life. Also, learn healthy eating behaviors that can help you learn self-control around trigger foods like cakes, cookies, chips, ice cream, all the things. Number 2, start small. And I always like to recommend to clients that you start by adding things to your diet instead of taking away. Like adding a goal of getting 1 serving of fruit and 2 servings of vegetables per day. Also, including your goals, being able to include a treat in moderation. Personally, I like to have a mini vegan ice cream sandwich a day in the evening when I get a sweet tooth craving. With each successful change you implement, you're reinforcing your belief in yourself. And it doesn't have to be all about restrict when it comes to nutrition. I just want to stress that. Number 3, make a plan for meal prepping each week. And I recommend planning on meal prepping 2 or 3 meals a day in advance, sort of just to get you through the toughest parts of your day, like when you're working. And then for the rest of the day, plan on making easy, quick fix meals that won't have you slaving away in the kitchen for too long. On top of that, make sure to make your shopping lists, make time for grocery shopping, actually schedule it. Maybe even log your food in advance in an app like MyFitnessPal. That can be helpful. Number 4, get help from a professional if you need it, like a nutrition coach or even a dietitian. Not only can they give you customized advice to what you're going through and answer your nitty-gritty questions, they can also be your cheerleader and your source of accountability. A little encouragement from another person goes a long way in self-efficacy. The more confidence you have in yourself and your abilities, the more lasting changes and lasting results you can achieve. So that's what I have for you today. If you have any requests for topics, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our upcoming videos. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with us, check out our website at veganproteins.com. We would love to have you. Take care, guys, and I will talk to you soon.